Representative Rashida Tlaib, Democrat Michigan, a third-term member of Congress long accused of anti-American and anti-Israel rhetoric, participated in a controversial Palestinian art show in Detroit, the Arab American News reported. The May show, organized by the pro-Palestinian Handallah Coalition, featured several works bearing the slogan, "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free." Implying that Palestine rests between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea, where Israel currently exists, the statement is code for eradicating the Jewish state and its millions of Jewish citizens. Another display depicts a Palestinian woman who appears to be carrying a gun, alongside the phrase, "Power to our freedom fighters, glory to our martyrs," apparently in reference to the Palestinian terrorists who take the lives of Israeli civilians of all ages. In addition, one work dedicated to commemorate Qadir Adnan, who served as spokesman for the terrorist Palestinian Islamic Jihad, was also featured on display, while another is dedicated to Rasmea Odeh, who was once convicted for involvement in a terrorist bombing in Jerusalem. Tlaib was seen smiling and posing for photographs with other attendees. The Handallah Coalition's social media page also features anti-police messaging, including one post depicting an officer as a pig. In response, many expressed outrage over the Congresswoman's move. Republican National Committee, RNC, Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel called Tlaib's appearance disgraceful. Yet Democrats still defend Rashida Tlaib, she wrote. Republicans stand with our ally Israel. Don't expect House Dems to condemn, but rabid anti-Semite Rashida Tlaib attended and spoke at a pro-terror art show, wrote National Republican Congressional Committee Press Secretary Will Reinert. The art in question? It supports the destruction of Israel, praises Palestinian terrorists and demonizes cops, he added. Here is Democrat Rashida Tlaib, a rabid anti-Semite, gleefully posing in front of an apartheid wall at an anti-Israel art show, wrote the Republican National Committee, RNC, research team. Philanthropist Adam Milstein accused Tlaib of being unable to help herself from associating with terror supporters. At every turn, Rashida shows us her true colors, charged Caseback Executive Director Brian E. Leib. Tlaib is at it again, according to the Republican Jewish Coalition, RJC, this time attending an art show with work on display calling for Israel's destruction and promoting known and suspected terrorists. Where is House Democratic leader at Hakeem Jeffries to hold her accountable? The group asked. The RJC also called out the House Democratic leadership for refusing to hold her accountable. Representative Rashida Tlaib, Democrat Michigan, recently attended an art show with work on display calling for Israel's destruction and promoting known and suspected terrorists, wrote KTTH's Jason Rantz, host of The Jason Rantz Show. This makes sense since she's a virulent anti-Semite protected by the Democrat Party, he added. Tlaib, who has expressed anti-Semitic views and has been barred from Israel due to her support for the boycott, divestment, sanctions, BDS movement, often finds ways of bringing Israel and the Palestinians into matters, even when only discussing local issues. In May, Tlaib faced backlash after it was revealed she would host a congressional event to mark the Palestinian Nakba, catastrophe, a term used by Palestinians to refer to the creation of the Jewish state. Last year, former Israeli ambassador to the United Nations Danny Danon accused the Progressive Squad member of espousing pure hate and anti-Semitism. The Squad has a history of anti-Semitic charges and has been accused of repeated attacks on Israel while ignoring the plight of Palestinians at the hands of Hamas or Afghans under Taliban control. Previously, Tlaib's campaign was reported to have paid $170,000 to an anti-Israel activist who has called for defunding the police on multiple occasions. after her participation in an anti-Israel conference with purported terrorist ties, as well as having retweeted a slogan calling for the elimination of the Jewish state. Representative Guy Reeskenthaler, Republican Pennsylvania, urged his colleagues across the aisle to join him in calling for Tlaib's immediate removal from all congressional committees. The Radical Squad member has long supported emptying out all federal prisons and has scolded President Joe Biden for not enacting Green New Deal-like policies into law, while calling for Congress to pass the president's Build Back Better plan and eliminate the filibuster. Despite being in the top 10% of income earners, Tlaib has demanded taxpayers pay off her student loans.